Welcome to Vision to Action Accelerate Success. In this short video, I am going to show you why you must periodically redefine and align your life's purpose, as well as clarify your next vision personally and professionally, and why this vision to action, easy to learn, step-by-step strategy may be the only thing you'll ever need so that you will live a happy, successful, and prosperous life. I want you to think of us as bringing all the key situations together so that you clarify your exact destination in your GPS system of life. And once you feed in that exact destination and create an action plan, you will accelerate your success. So tell me, have you ever been in a situation where sudden change caught you off guard? You literally felt like someone just pulled that rug out right from underneath you? Could be you suddenly realized you'd gained 100 pounds. You didn't see it 1 pound at a time. How about your romantic relationship? Did you stay in a relationship way too long with somebody you weren't compatible with? Or worse yet, married someone, was totally happy and didn't see the marriage falling apart. Suddenly a divorce. How about your children? Sometimes there's little clues along the way, but we don't always see what's going on until they're almost a crisis situation. How about your profession? Modern technology, business evolution, the modern methods of communication, plus certain things that happen in the economy suddenly appear. They call about the bubbles bursting here and there, and all of a sudden, rapidly, people are losing jobs, maybe pre-foreclosure, lost a home. And it's like you're skilled, you're qualified, and you're not understanding why. It just eats at the self-esteem, the self-worth, and you suddenly realize that you just don't even know if you have it in you to keep going or what kind of solution you can find because you just feel so helpless. I've been there myself. Over 20 years ago, I was suddenly in a position as a single mother through a divorce where I had a daughter and three sons that were ages 10, 8, 6, and 3 to raise as a single parent. And I didn't have family around us for support. And honestly, if my family had been around, it probably wouldn't have been a positive situation anyway, because I had been raised in a very abusive childhood. And I didn't realize how abusive it was because, I just didn't see it. What we don't know many times is what can hurt us the most. Yet one of the things I did have to my benefit is I love to read and learn. I did realize that I did not want to be the same type of parent that I had been raised by. So I picked up every book I could, sometimes borrowed CD sets, and one day, the first key distinction in my life was an audio program by Dr. Wayne Dyer. And I all of a sudden started looking at my life differently, started seeing what I could be. And then I picked up more books and more CDs and sometimes even just anything I could get myself immersed in to learn. And, maybe I didn't have a social life, but that was okay because I had a vision for myself and I didn't realize that vision was so strong in me because at that time, people were telling me, they said, Cheryl, you can't be successful as a single mother and in your career. One's going to fall apart. Those were the people in my life. That was a belief system of the early 1990s. Well, I was fortunate. Anthony Robbins decided to start opening franchises. And some people in my community, these two men, decided to purchase a couple of franchises. And I was in sales at the time because, well, that's what I did in order to support my family. And I was hired as a commission-only salesperson. And you know what? One of the best things that ever happened to me, because when you have a clear vision, it's amazing what shows up along the way for you. It's kind of like the secret, the law of attraction, power of intention. But when you're really clear, and then we'll tell you later on as we talk about clarifying your next vision, you have to re-clarify that vision too, because life changes. And if we don't change while life changes, we keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. So anyway, back to the present or back to that time in my life. I got so immersed and I was determined to break through that limiting belief, break through those fears, and accomplish new things in my life. Well, here's one of the mistakes I made. I had a tendency to be a perfectionist, and I was always striving, learn everything I could. And I didn't realize I had succeeded until one day I was talking to a gentleman friend of mine, and he was talking about having a physical situation. He wanted to rock climb in order to be that metaphor for his life, in order to break through certain fears, build self-confidence. And you know what? I suddenly just reflected that key word, reflection. Slow down, breathe, and reflect your life. Learned this from Jim Rohn many years ago. Anyway, during that time, I started telling this friend of mine, I said, you know what? My goodness, I didn't realize what I accomplished in my life. Within 8 years, I had been in a position where I'd raised self reliant, productive children. And I was really pleased with who they were. And was it always easy? No. I almost lost one of my sons through the cracks of the world there. And I've told my children I will not share their personal life stories out of respect for their privacy. So I won't go into details, but I'm just like you. I went through some really challenging times in raising my kids where sometimes I didn't even know I was going to make it. So, but that clear vision and the people that showed up and the situations that showed up and me learning to ask for help is what made a huge difference in my life back then. So, anyway, here I was talking to this friend of mine, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I raised self reliant, productive children. And here I was, a sales trainer for a Fortune 200 company, ready to start my own business. And I'd saved up the money, ready to go, and was excited. So it's not like to me, that definition of success wasn't a multimillionaire because look at everything I had in my life. But I was successful professionally, great health, great, environment that I lived in, some great friends, and I was really happy with my life. So here I go out there in the world saying, I can do this again. Well, again, I hit a barrier. And this barrier was professionally because I thought I had everything ready. And this time it wasn't so much me who changed, it was society that changed. Because professionally, what I had done is I had done small business development. I really cared about the smaller retail businesses and helping them succeed and see many success stories during the time where helping these small business people. And that was my passion. I really, truly loved it. Well, I didn't realize with modern technology, business evolution, web-based businesses, mass market stores emerging, discount stores emerging, the value system of society changing, that here I was, and the competition was even stricter and stronger out there in the world, that financially I was paying more on my credit card, used up all my funds. I was taking all these courses, investing, thinking these people were all real experts. Yeah, right. So I fell for it. All these marketing strategies and listening to everybody. And so thousands of dollars in debt, credit card debt. I was feeling like the worst failure ever. Because remember, I helped small businesses thrive. And here I was. And I was barely surviving. So my home became in pre-foreclosure. I decided one day to take some time and just re-clarify my vision. I took all my books and my CD programs and everything because here I was feeling so small and helpless and like a failure that I wasn't reaching out for help anymore. And I wanted to make sure I could do what I could to turn my life around. So I did. And the key distinction was re-clarifying the vision again, re-clarifying my life's purpose and my professional purpose. Because you know what? Your life's purpose is something that we're not taught when we're children. It's nobody's fault. There's no instruction book on how to raise our children, is there? Well, many times we think we're doing the right thing and all these different things that are out there, take these classes, have diversity, try everything. Or how about, we don't always see their strengths. And then also there's that time when we go to school, grades. Do they tell us to focus on what we're strong in, what our natural gifts and talents are? No. You're actually taught to ignore those because you're already doing great grades. Focus on those subjects that you're weak in. So what pattern of behavior does that teach most of us as children? Is to spend time learning what you're weak in versus learning how to tap into your natural gifts and talents and evolving and having fun along the way. So when you clarify your life's purpose and you choose a profession that aligns with your life's purpose, because yes, you can have more than one profession that aligns with your life's purpose and know when to change. In my situation, it wasn't fun for me the way I was doing my business. So I didn't have that momentum to keep going. I didn't know a lot of those things, but once I did, it was amazing how things started turning around for me. And I decided that I wanted to help others like me. So you are one of those people that you've come to this page. Vision to action accelerates success. If you want to learn more along the way, articles and videos and audio programs, not only from myself, but from my role models and mentors who have assisted me along the way, this will save you time, it will save you money, and it will help you make a lot less mistakes because you will be able to learn from those people that have been experts along the way of life. And they have the same value system. And in how to clarify your next vision, when you clarify your core values, you understand what your personal fear strategy is and how to outsmart that fear strategy. Use that fear in order to catapult you and accelerate you to where you want to go. And then when you break through those fears and you break through and tame those critical inner voices, it is amazing what you can accomplish. But also, most importantly, life is changing so rapidly for all of us. We're all moving so fast because when we go into survival, we get addicted to the gotta, gotta go here, gotta go there, and we don't always look at our life objectively. So here's another key distinction for you. You know, we're in this race car. Think of your life in a race car, and you're swerving left, swerving right, or sometimes maybe stopping suddenly so you don't crash into somebody. Well, we're here to assist you. And first step, to make it easier for you, we've got a free audio program and video program for you. How to clarify your next vision. Put in your email address in the opt-in box there with your name, and you'll receive this program. It's an hour and a half long, but it's separated into sections, and it's so much fun because it's going to help you see who you are and learn what your previous successes are. You're going to reflect back in time. You're going to see what you love to do. You're going to see where you've thrived. When you've made mistakes and had challenges in that roller coaster of life, what you've done to get yourself out of that. Plus, learn some distinct strategies from other people like myself, because I don't want you to go through the pains that I went through in my life. Nah. And I want you to learn from the experts, because as I sort those people out and I send them to you, you will accelerate your success. So Cheryl Lyons here. I'm here to bring those vision to action partners to you so you will accelerate your success and learn to ride the waves of change.